Interior bank phone booth day. Orvitt Garr is speaking politely in an assumed voice. Mr. Ward, I'm the new director of Grace Church Youth Group. I want to speak to Marva Lee about some activities we're offering. Interior ward living room day. Marva Lee. Hello? Orvitt resumes his own voice. I'm through with the games, Marva Lee. You stand me up again, it hits the fan. Besides firing and blacklisting your dad, your precious Squint Dangerfield will cease to exist. You be there at 2 on Saturday like usual, or it happens. No, I mean, yes, I'll be there, okay. Exterior Tombs Market, dusk. Marva Lee stands before a mailbox in front of the store. She looks over 3 letters she's written. Close on letters. One reads Squint Dangerfield, 304 Orkney, number 5, Stagbluff, California. The second is to Deandra Garr, care of Ace Diner, Gardenia Road, Daggerville, California. The last is Zorinda Garr, care of Health Foods, Gardenia Road, Daggerville, California. She thrusts them in the box, leans against it, breathing hard. Well, it's done. If no one shows up to help me, I'll have Dad's pistol in my purse. Exterior Squint apartment number 5 day, interior living room day. Reuben sets the pages of the letter on the coffee table. Why didn't she talk back then? Too scared. No evidence. There's still no evidence. Bleeding blimey. I could break that Scut Slime's neck. I would after you drug into this mess right after me careers starting to try to start. And today's Friday. No time to plan. Let's get a lawyer's advice. Try the yellow pages. Squint flips the pages, trails finger down the list. This one, Thaddeus Fenster. It's got the ring of legal know-how. I'll call and set up a time. Then you call Tootsie, tell her to meet us there. If Orvitt answers, he'd recognize me voice. We shouldn't tell Marva Lee, in case she just made this up. It couldn't come at a worse time. Interior office door day. Name on glass, Thaddeus Fenster. Interior office day. Squint, Reuben, Tootsie, and Zorinda sit around a table with Fenster, 53, and private detective Vince Widener, 40. Tootsie's eyes are red from crying. Zorinda looks stunned. Widener. So Squint and Reuben will be witnesses with me, plus we'll have him on tape. Soon as we do, we'll come out of hiding. The girl will be safe, Mrs. Garr. You and your daughter stay home. It's too emotional an issue. Exterior Glen Day. Squint, Reuben, and Widener are hiding in the trees as near to the drop-off as they dare. They hear footsteps, are upset to see Tootsie and Zorinda have come after all. Widener. I told you to stay away. It's dangerous. I know, but he's my husband. It's me and Zori's life here. We want to see firsthand. Well, for God's sakes, keep quiet then. I've got to catch him on tape quick as possible. Get way back there and stay still. It's almost 2. Instead of going farther back in the trees, the two go and huddle close to Squint and Reuben. Orvitt's footsteps sound. He slinks into the glen, sits on rock, gulps a whiskey bottle. He looks at his watch, starts pacing, looking distraught, ill at ease. He checks around the closest trees and bushes, acting tense, suspicious. He takes the pentagram from his neck, holds it up, says out loud, I claimed this ground by the powers of the air. If anyone interferes, destroy them. He slips the necklace back on, seems to feel relieved. Marva Lee enters the glen, unsure if anyone will be watching. She stands back silent. Orvitt strides up, looking her over. You'll make up for lost time. Let's get to it. He clamps a hand on her shoulder, one up her skirt. Widener gets it on film, is about to spring out and stop Orvitt when Tootsie tears out of the trees, sailing into Orvitt with both fists. What the hell? The others leap forward. His eyes widen, jaw drops in shock. He strikes out, knocks Tootsie to the ground. Marva Lee dashes and hides between Squint and Widener. Orvitt snarls at her. You bitch, I'll kill you. Squint smashes a fist in his face. Try fighting a man for a change, you crossbreed cockroach. Orvitt sprawls on his back, sees Widener looming upon him, gun drawn. Orvitt rolls over, lands where Tootsie lies unconscious. Slipping a gun from his jacket pocket, he holds it against her head. Drop the gun or I shoot her. Don't be insane, Orvitt. She's your children's mother. Orvitt fires twice in the air. Go call the police, Reuben. Next bullet goes through her unless you drop that gun. Calm down, Orvitt. Take it easy. You'll get a chance to tell your side. I sure do have a side. She set me up, wants money out of me. She drummed up a plot. I was just trying to trick her into thinking I was giving in to her game. Zorinda squeezes Squint's hand, terrified. He returns the gesture to reassure her. She steps out, swinging a pentagram back and forth on its chain. He stares, shocked. Dad, I don't want to fight with you. I just want to protect us, please. He watches it swing, confused. Little Zoe, I love you. Drop that thing. He leans forward, moving the gun slightly over Tootsie's head. Shaking, Marvel pulls the pistol from her purse, fires at Orvitt's gun. Instead, the bullet nearly grazes his cheek. He leaps up, dropping the gun, making a mad dash to escape. Squint snatches up the gun. Widener aims at Orvitt. Stand still! Don't move! Orvitt runs wildly, trying to get out of the glen. He's darting in every direction. His foot strikes a large rock, pitching him headfirst down the drop-off. He roars a bone-chilling scream. Police sirens scream on the beach. Police follow Reuben to the glen. Zorinda's trying to find a way down the pit. Squint pulls her back. Zorinda. Daddy! Oh, my daddy! She buries her face against Squint's heart, soaking his shirt with tears. Firemen arrive, use ladders and ropes to lift Orvitt out. A medical examiner announces, his neck's broken. Tootsie, just revived, goes into screaming fit, is taken in ambulance. Exterior police station day. Squint, Reuben, Widener, Zorinda, and Marvel walk out. Widener opens the door of his car. Marvel gets in back. Squint pulls Zorinda aside from the car. None of it is your fault, darling. He brought it on himself. His hand rests on her shoulder. Thank you for saying that. I needed to hear it. I often thought, but I never meant to cause. I know. I had thoughts about breaking his neck, but I never dreamed. I understand, Squint. Thanks again to you and Reuben. I'm glad you're here. They exchange looks of caring. She gets in the car beside Marvel. Marvel waves at Squint with a dazed smile. Widener says, let's get you girls home. You get some rest, Squint, Reuben. The car moves past. Rain begins to fall. God help us all. Exterior, Squint apartment, night. Reuben, Margie, and Clem Strickland, 23, skinny, clumsy, large-nosed, are at the door. Margie and Reuben enter. Clem tries, slams the screen door on himself. Margie helps him get in. Interior living room, night. Squint's relaxing on the couch. Squint, we brought home a straight. This is Clem Strickland. He's learning to be a part-time cameraman at Kesaw. The other part of the time, he's a janitor there. Clem looks at Squint hopefully, like someone lost. He has a speech impediment. He told us to prepare you. We ran into him at the Upjohn Theater, and he watched Taxi Driver with us. Well, hi, Clem. Hi there, Squint. I'm scared to talk to somebody famous as you with this stupid voice. It's a big honor to meet you. He leaves off his S's and sometimes his D's. It's tongue trouble. Well, blimey, that's okay. I can hardly say an H if me life depends on it. That good. I ain't been at Kesaw very long. Not many fans. Well, now you do. So there. We can be your four musketeer. Yeah, I'm a big fan. It's been 2 weeks since that fiasco happened. Everybody's saying how you and Reuben saved the day. You big hero. All the gossip papers are going. We heard people talking speculations by the snack bar saying Orvitt and Zorinda dueled to the death with pentagrams. That Squint almost fell in. Hey, blimey, the real thing was bad enough. Now all the rumors, the papers are still full of it. Especially Tattle Time, Betsy Logan's gossip cassette. I'll say, she wrote that the Ward family moved near Bakersfield. Silas was just devastated by it. Tootsie's trying to sell her house and move to Stag Bluff. We rented our place in Daggerville to the Gamotes family. They had it before. They love it and put up a sign reading, visit Captain Squint's famous farmer home, $5. One paper messed up your name, Reuben. Lubis Hopa. His hopes are rubbish. Why is my simple name always botched? One like Squint, they get right. They're enjoying beers and snacks. Squint takes a big gulp, sighs thoughtfully. I was thinking a lot today about what happened, about heroes and bullies, life and death. It's sad about Orvitt. At first I hated him. I considered him just a power-hungry bully. But I guess there's a little of the raven in all of us. Maybe plenty in me. Did Reuben and Margie tell you about the Jubiwandies, Clem? Yeah, it's big mystery. How they move and like you saw them do. Beats me. It was no hallucination, more like an optic change. Sort of mirage. Like you can't see the force behind wind or electricity, only the result. I was looking over me scrapbook trying to figure a way to close the situation peacefully. Somehow to sanctify all this. I thought of something. He takes the faded color photo from drawer, passes it to Margie. Close-on photo of Squint, age 11, standing beside a blonde girl under the cascading purple blooms of a tree wisteria. The little Squintlet. Who's the girl? Kelly Larkin, me first true love. She died from meningitis not long after her dad took this. She called the wisteria Wisteria, or wishing tree. I'd like to plant one in that glen with a cross at the base, for her and the Jibby-Wandies, to honor love, make it live and grow. A Juby fountain. We could throw seeds in the drop-off flowers for peace. How about Appleseed, Johnny Appleseed? They gave him a question mark look. Right, Clem. Apples stick up out of the pit. People pick 'em, fall in. The Garden of Eden gone wrong again. Good move, Clem. How about fig tree? We could all leave wearing fig leaves. Can we have an Alabama and a genie in the fountain? That's Aladdin, off the subject. Read my lips. Jibby-Wandies, follow? Then make a statue of them in the fountain. Dissolve to exterior glen garden, day. Close on, a few autumn leaves in air. Close on, leaves on slender branches of wisteria tree. Insert wooden sign. Wishing tree. Dreams branch hopes, blossomed by prayers. Squint, Reuben, Margie, and Clem watch a breeze rustle the leaves, loose them in a flurry toward the fountain. Some settle on the heads of the Jibby-Wandi cherub statues, whose rainbow-colored wings cast reflections in a spraying arc of water behind them. The statues stand on a stone-carved hope chest. Leaves slide from the black-haired Juby, bounce off his mandolin and catch in the cello between them. From the blonde Juby's fiddle, they waft and tumble to float in the circle of the fountain. All four view the scene with a sense of wonder. Fountain of Youth, it found us. I know what's going to fall in this pit again. Here's the morning glory and honeysuckle vines, the lilies of the valley, bleeding hearts, jacks in the pulpit. A living wall of glory, created by God. Close on, the Juby's angel smiles. Fade out.